Iran is reeling from a surge of mysterious explosions and fires, striking everything from military sites to public spaces. These incidents are too frequent and widespread to be dismissed as accidents. They appear coordinated, targeting critical infrastructure. In Tehran, a shopping mall blast injured dozens, while a fire at a key energy facility disrupted power and raised security concerns. On Kish Island, an explosion at a military site reportedly damaged a missile depot, and similar attacks have hit cities like Avaz and Bandar Abbas. This pattern suggests a campaign of sabotage, aiming not just for physical damage, but to undermine the regime's sense of control. Each attack signals that no part of Iran is safe. Tsaride Nader challenging the authority of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. The government's explanations, blaming gas leaks or technical failures, are increasingly met with public skepticism. With the country already facing economic collapse and widespread protests, these attacks are compounding internal fragility. The big question: who is behind this campaign, and what is their ultimate goal? Is this about forcing Iran to negotiate, crippling its military, or pushing the regime to the brink? One attack stands out: a devastating ambush on an IRGC convoy in Sistan-Baluchistan. A powerful explosive destroyed armored vehicles, killing senior Quds Force commanders and intelligence officers. The sophistication of the attack suggests outside expertise, not just local insurgency. Sensitive equipment and documents may have been lost, a potential intelligence windfall for Iran's adversaries. Tehran's muted response and lack of details highlight the severity and embarrassment of the loss. Even the elite IRGC is now vulnerable, and the attack has paralyzed their operations in this volatile region. The shadow war has escalated, bringing the conflict directly onto Iranian soil. In response, Iran quickly blamed the United States and Israel, claiming a joint operation took out the IRGC convoy. Officials allege the U.S. provided intelligence while Israel or its proxies executed the attack. This narrative deflects blame from internal failures and rallies the public against foreign enemies. Both Washington and Tel Aviv deny involvement, but the region's history of covert operations keeps suspicions alive. Iranian leaders use these accusations to justify crackdowns and warn of regional escalation. They threaten that any war will spill beyond Iran's borders, hinting at disruptions to global energy supplies. The regime turns its vulnerability into a warning for the world. The attacks followed Iran's public refusal to negotiate over its ballistic missile program. Foreign Minister IRGC declared the missiles off-limits, a red line set by the supreme leader. For Tehran, missiles are a vital deterrent and a symbol of sovereignty. This hardline stance shut down diplomatic options, likely triggering the escalation of sabotage. The US and Israel see Iran's missile and nuclear ambitions as an unacceptable threat. The deadlock is total. Iran insists its program is defensive, while the West demands limits. With diplomacy stalled, covert action and military pressure have become the tools of choice. The conflict has entered a more dangerous, unpredictable phase. Who's really behind the attacks? Analysts see several possibilities. The leading theory: Mossad, Israel's intelligence agency, possibly with local collaborators, orchestrated the strikes. Another scenario: U.S. intelligence provided targeting data, while Israeli or proxy forces carried out the operations. A third theory points to local resistance groups like Jaish al-Adl, but with foreign funding, training, and advanced weaponry. The sophistication of the attack suggests outside help, even if local actors were involved. Most likely, it's a blend U.S. and Israeli coordination, local proxies, and a deniable structure. This keeps the pressure on Iran without triggering open war. The shadow war thrives in ambiguity, making definitive attribution nearly impossible. Sistan-Baluchistan is no random target. It's a strategic, volatile province bordering Pakistan and Afghanistan. Its porous borders make it a hub for smuggling and militant activity, and its Sunni Baluch population has long felt marginalized by Tehran. Armed groups like Jaish al-Adl exploit these grievances, turning the region into a persistent security headache for Iran. Economically, the province hosts the vital port of Chabahar, key to Iran's trade ambitions. Instability here threatens multi-billion-dollar projects and Iran's access to global markets. By striking the IRGC in this region, adversaries exploit ethnic tensions and undermine Tehran's control. The message: Iran's enemies can hit where it hurts most, leveraging internal dissent for maximum impact. These attacks are just one part of a perfect storm threatening Iran's regime. The economy is collapsing under sanctions and mismanagement, with inflation and unemployment fueling mass protests. U.S. military threats and a regional buildup add external pressure, while talk of a naval blockade looms. Diplomatically, Iran is isolated, Russia and China are distant, and the EU condemns its human rights abuses. The regime's attempts to find new allies look desperate, not strategic. These converging crises, economic, internal, military, and diplomatic, pose an existential threat. The regime's vulnerabilities are exposed, and its security forces are stretched thin. The coming months will test whether Iran's government can survive, or if the region is on the brink of dramatic change.